The hours after a child's birth are precious, exciting, challenging, and at times overwhelming. Parents have important knowledge, experiences, and instincts that prepare them for parenthood, and babies come equipped to help. Many new mums and dads, however, have questions about their baby and the care of their newborn. Jan Tedder, a family nurse practitioner and lactation consultant, has provided care to young families for decades. Because she believes that a baby can be a parent's best teacher, she works to help parents understand newborn behaviour and babies' special ways of communicating. Though newborns can't say what they want, new parents and their families can learn how to tune in to their baby's body language. Watching this video will help you better understand your baby's behaviour, help you feel closer to your baby, and help you take better care of your baby in the months ahead. Most parents have 3 important questions about their baby. How do I calm my baby? How do I help my baby sleep and eat well? And how do I play with my newborn so he or she can learn and grow?
One of the things I like to talk to parents about are 2 kinds of skills that I feel are helpful for new parents in learning to take care of their baby. And the first skill is learning what zone their baby is in. And by zone, I mean how awake or how fussy or how sleepy the baby is. And when we talk to parents and when we watch babies, I think about babies having 3 zones. They have their resting zone, which is of course their sleeping zone. They have their ready zone, which he is in right now because he's ready to eat or they're ready to play. And babies have their rebooting zone, which is their fussing and crying zone. And I know you've seen a little bit of that. Yeah. And I like that word rebooting because it makes me think about our computers, how our computers get just overwhelmed with material, with information. They have to reboot and then they're able to work again. Right. And he sometimes probably gets just overstimulated, overwhelmed with information, stimulation, and he has to fuss and cry a few minutes and then he's able to be available to play and eat and sleep again. The other parent skill I like to talk about is understanding when our babies send out an SOS. And SOS stands for sign of overstimulation.
All newborns are at times overstimulated as they adjust to being out in the world. Babies born early SOS more often. The first way babies send out an SOS is with changes in their body's skin colour, movement, and breathing. Caleb, who was born a few weeks early, shows all these body SOSs. See how his face turns a bit red in colour, his muscles jerk and shake, and his breathing gets faster.
Then the other set of behaviors that I like to think of as SOS is what I call spacing out, switching off, and shutting down.
2-week-old Elizabeth demonstrates the first behavioural SOS, spacing out. Watch as Jan plays with Elizabeth by shaking the rattle. Elizabeth begins to look like she's staring into space. This spacing out is a clear sign of overstimulation. 3-week-old Anna demonstrates the second behavioural SOS, switching off. As her mother patiently tries to get her attention, Anna looks the other way. The harder her mother tries, the more Anna switches off. This mother soon learns that switching off is a sign of overstimulation, not her baby rejecting her. Elizabeth demonstrates the third behavioural SOS, shutting down. Again, we see Jan playing with Elizabeth. Though Elizabeth is momentarily engaged with this play, she soon begins to get drowsy and shuts down as a response to too much stimulation.
When we see a baby SOS, we'd wonder, well, what do we do to help them? And there are two ideas that will be helpful. One is to decrease the amount of stimulation, and the other is to increase the amount of support we have of the baby. So by decreasing stimulation, we might do something like quieting our voice, talking a little more quietly. Then the other thing is to increase support, and we do this by things I've seen you do, like hold his little hands to his chest, swaddling him, and I bet Dad likes to sway him where you kind of bounce him like this. And also sometimes sucking either the breast or Daddy's finger, then you'll just see that SOS kind of melt away.
Jan and Caleb's dad noticed these SOSs. They decreased stimulation by speaking quietly to Caleb and glancing away from him a moment. Then they increased support by holding Caleb's hands against his chest, swaying him, and finally swaddling him. Who could have ever imagined the thrills and challenges of being a new parent? Your family, friends, and healthcare professionals have much to offer, but your baby can be your greatest teacher. Understanding your baby's zones and recognizing and responding to her SOSs will make your job as a parent easier and more fulfilling. In the weeks ahead, you will understand more and more about your new baby and feel more confident as you begin the adventure of growing together as a family.